Hi Scorpio, thanks for tuning in. My name is Linda. This reading is for whenever you watch it. If you find information or messages in here that are relevant to your current circumstances, then this reading is for you. So this is for Scorpio's sun and ascendant rising sign. It could also be relevant if you are dealing with a Scorpio person and you are wanting to get a little bit more insight on what's going on with them, then there could be some messages here for you as well. But keep in mind that sometimes the roles are reversed in the readings, and also this is a general reading. A lot of people are watching this, so not every message is going to be for you. So just take what is needed and relevant. So this card represents where you are now. This is the challenge you face. This is the resources you can use. This is what are the hidden forces. This is the potential outcome. And from the runes, I'm going to take one for what is the spiritual lesson. I like this reading. This is a really good vibe. I feel like there is a kind of sense of optimism and confidence opening up here that you might not have actually been feeling for a while. I think for a lot of Scorpios, it's been a bit of a rough ride the last year and a half, especially. I feel there's been a lot of challenging energies to deal with that have maybe really affected your sense of wellness and your sense of self-confidence. And I feel like the energy of this spread is giving this feeling like that kind of period of time is over. And you are awakening here to some new opportunities that are showing up. And along with that feeling of new opportunities showing up, there's also some kind of energetic shift within you that feels like you can do it. You have got what it takes. You are willing to try some new stuff or take a new direction or learn something new that will help you evolve past where you've been or what you've been doing. And that's a really exciting feeling. I feel really excited by these cards. I feel very, like I said, optimistic and hopeful. And I think that's something that Scorpios might have been struggling to feel for the last little bit of time. So where you are now, Ace of Pentacles, you might have a new idea about something to do with your work or your financial situation, or something to do with like a project that you want to start, or you could be getting offered a new job, or you could be getting offered a new project. Something like that. But whatever it is, it's very exciting, and you can see that it has the potential to take you somewhere. I like that. The Ace of Pentacles in this deck. It's got this archway here. And hang on, let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah. So you can see the archway. The archway here is like a pathway leading to like a beautiful mountain in the distance. So it's very exciting. It's like this feeling of hopefulness and optimism about the journey ahead and the possibility or the potential that's contained within the offer, within the idea, or within the opportunity, right? So now the Six of Wands is in your reading here in the position of the challenge you face. So what's important to remember here is that while it might, let me see if I can collect the right words to get this really, really clear for you. What I'm feeling with the Six of Wands here being in the position of what challenges you is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's saying you need to be sure that while this offer is coming to you, that you don't downplay. I have the energy of it. It's just a little challenging to try to describe it. Like on one hand, it's saying don't be too overly confident and maybe arrogant about the situation, but also don't avoid stepping into the opportunity that's being provided to you because you don't believe that you can do it. Okay, so put yourself on either end of that spectrum there. But basically what I'm seeing here is that you are, for some people, like I said at the beginning, there's a feeling in this reading of you finally feeling a little bit more confident and optimistic than you have done for months. But for some people, if you're coming out of a long period, let's say, of depression or overwhelm or exhaustion, what it's saying here is that this is a time to really dig deep and find that person that you've been in the past that is confident and that is successful and that is capable, and channel that energy into this new situation so that you can actually really move past and put behind you the recent past, which has been very challenging. So in this position, this card here is describing the resources that you can use. So it's really important here that you make sure that you really end the cycle that you're closing out now. Like you really need to put behind you what has been in the last 12 months or so, and don't look back. Don't look back. Keep moving forward here. This is a very positive, forward-moving energy that's bringing you out of a time which was heavy, sad, maybe challenging. You might have had physical illnesses or financial troubles or relationship issues that have been carrying on for too long and feeling rather burdensome and challenging and difficult. This energy is clearly saying, leave all that behind. This is a new beginning. This is a new chapter. This is a new cycle opening up. Leave the past in the past. Move forward. Time to move forward. All right? Don't keep processing the old information. Don't keep ruminating. Don't keep thinking about that person or that scenario or that conversation. Just leave it in the past. It's done. It is done. Move forward. Now, this bottom line, I really, really like it. In this position here of what are the hidden forces, this is the Hierophant. I'm going to focus it. So the Hierophant is one of my favorite cards. It's very hard to understand. There's a lot of different meanings for it. Here it is in the upright position. I love it in this deck. It's very beautiful artwork. This is the Scorpio deck, if anyone's interested. So the Hierophant traditionally is about very institutional things. It's about religion, it's about government, it's about any kind of institutional thing. It could be healthcare, it could be education, whatever. But it's about things that are very traditional. It's about things that are very established, like old things, right? Like religion is a very old and very established thing. Governments are very old, established things, right? So how I'm reading it in the context of your spread here, in the reverse position, in the location of the spread that's talking about what are the hidden forces, how I'm seeing that for you is that this is about you doing something completely different. This is about you doing something really unconventional to your personality. This is about you channeling this fiery energy of optimism and confidence to try something completely different, to leave the past behind, to move on from the person you've been and move into a totally new area of life, whether that's in a career path, whether that's in aesthetically as well. This could be for some of you changing your look in a pretty dramatic way. For some of you, this is about going back to school as well, because again, education, right? The Hierophant. And here in the position of potential outcome, you have the card called the Learner in the Voyager deck. This is the Child of Swords, Page of Swords. So this can be about education. It can be about some new course of study or new path of education or study, right? And so yeah, what I feel here is that for some of you, you will take a new path entirely as far as your career or study. And that is going to open up a whole new area of life for you that you maybe didn't expect at all. There's something unexpected in this energy, something unconventional as well. It might be unconventional for you in the sense that it's not something that you've thought about before or done before, but it could also just be unconventional in terms of life and society and a culture, the culture that you're in. It could be something very unique and different from what people mostly do or what normal society or life or careers look like. And that might be something that also is something that could bring you a lot of optimism and hope and confidence, but it could also be challenging to move away from because it's in an area or in an arena of your life that you may have never had any experience in before. So it's a balance, it's a kind of double-edged sword here of being exciting and terrifying at the same time for some of you. Now, this rune, one second. Okay. This rune is called Ansuz. I'm not sure if that's correct pronunciation. Now, this rune is about communication. Again, I haven't really... I did kind of touch on it there, but like there's information in this rune about a message or insight or communication. Now, it could be, as I said from the beginning, you could be getting an offer from someone, or if it's about communication as far as like you going back to school or getting some education, is like a lot of information. Is information coming in, a lot of information coming in. There's also here signs and symbols, synchronicities, inspiration. This is also enthusiasm. This is your you kind of like coming into a space of like the way I see the aces as well, it's kind of like that divine flash of inspiration, like an idea which arises, kind of like a light bulb switching on, right? That to me is your higher self speaking to you. That is the universe downloading you with information or energy. And that's what this feels like to me as well. It's like a sudden flash of insight, or a download from the universe, or some kind of signs and symbols from the universe in forms of synchronistic symbols and numbers, or things that you see, animals, or like whatever library of, like, whatever language you have with the universe that you work with, that helps you know that, like, this is a divine transmission of information from the unconditional, all-seeing, all-loving wisdom of creation of life. Okay, so take all that into consideration and step forward here with courage and confidence, optimism and hope, to take on a new path, move in a new direction, something unconventional, where you're changing your life path completely. Leave the past in the past, walk away from what has been. Don't look back. Don't look back. This is you moving forward. Look at this. Confident, comfortable. Maybe there is, of course, an element of, like, you know, with the, like, let's say the page of crystals, the child of crystals, like you're moving into unknown territory, but with this sense of confidence and effortlessness, because you're divinely guided. You're divinely guided here. This calling has come straight from like the source of all wisdom and knowledge. There's something undoubtable. Is that a right word? I don't even know if that's a word. There's something that you cannot doubt here about the clarity of the direction or of the calling that you've received, or about the offer that's coming in, or about the opportunity that you're creating. There's something undoubtable, so clear, so vibrant and relevant, that makes you feel so enthusiastic and alive that there's no other choice here but just move forward into that opportunity, and with full-hearted joy and positivity and openness to what's ahead of you, stepping into it with grace and effortlessness. I like your reading, Scorpio. I'm very excited for you. Please let me know in the comments if this reading resonated with you. If you have something exciting that's new on the horizon, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.